97underground.com.
Hey folks, Michael Spedden here, host of The Back of the Rack on 97underground.com, Baltimore's Pure Rock Worldwide, and welcome to the 97 Underground Michael Spedden interview page, where we feature interviews with all the best local and national acts. Remember folks, The Back of the Rack on 97underground.com can be heard every Tuesday from 2 to 4 p.m. Download the free app and listen anytime, anywhere. And enjoy our interviews, folks. Remember, shop small and support local homegrown original music. Now, on with the interview. Hey folks, welcome back to the Back of the Rack, the Michael Spedden Show here on 97underground.com, Baltimore's Pure Rock Worldwide. Today we had Wicked come back and join us. Wicked is out touring right now with Vicious Rumors. They've got 2 new singles out, which we're going to hear during the interview. And they've got lots of new merch that's on the way out. A full album is going to be released later this summer. An exact date has not been set for that. But these are exciting times for this band. They're doing really well. As you've heard on my show, I've played their material over the last year or so, and they've got good stuff, and it keeps getting better for them. So remember, wickedrockandrollofficial.com, and they will be at Morseburgers Tavern on March 26th, right outside of Baltimore in Catonsville, Maryland. That's on Frederick Road in Catonsville, Maryland, Morseburgers Tavern. So, without further ado, here's our interview with Wicked. And welcome back to the Back of the Rack, the Michael Spedden Show here on 97underground.com, Baltimore's Pure Rock Worldwide. And we are here today with Wicked. Wicked has returned to the show. They've been doing lots of great things. We're going to hear some new material from them today, and they're going to be at Morseburgers Tavern with Vicious Rumors on the 26th of March. So make sure you get out and see these guys. I've been playing their material on the show. You've heard it. You love it. And you're going to love this. So get out there and see them. Welcome, guys. Good to see you all again.
What's going on, man? Great to be here.
Hey, man. It's great to see you all. You're looking well. You know, we talked a little bit before the show. You've got some good news for us, you know, some new material, some touring that you're doing. So let's start from the beginning and tell us all this stuff, guys. Let's hear it.
Yeah, man. I mean, we're super stoked. It's a exciting time in the Wicked camp. We've got new music that's out and coming out, and we're going on this East Coast tour with Vicious Rumors. So we're bringing it to the people live, live on the stage. It's gonna be crazy, right?
Life alive, right?
Oh, that's incredible. You know, Vicious Rumors. I mean, I can remember them from years ago. They're a great band, and
they're super cool. We it was a couple of years ago now, right?
Yeah,
we were on tour with them and Raven.
Yep.
And it was I'll tell you what, the talent and energy between those bands was really inspiring for us. So it I think we were talking the other day. It actually inspired us to write some new songs, stuff with maybe I'd say a little bit heavier ilk, and like one of them that just dropped was Obsession, single that came out. So you know, you'll definitely be hearing that live, and maybe even some unreleased songs. We've got some surprises for the folks who make it out to the shows on the East Coast.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's great. That's great to hear. So you know, you're incorporating a lot of new songs into your set. I bet that's I guess, you know, exciting in the way, because you've been working hard on these. You're definitely proud of them. You know, they're the ones that made your album and everything. You're just really excited to see how people react to them too, I guess, huh?
It's really is something to see it come alive in a venue with the crowd and their reaction. You know, we really enjoy the recording process and everything.
We've always prided ourselves as a live band though too. So
yeah, because it's that high energy that we bring to the stage.
Yeah, you do. I was looking through some of your videos and things like that, and you guys really do bring it. You know, that's I'm looking forward to seeing it in person. You know, that's going to be great.
Absolutely. I think a lot of that is like some of our early influences of, like, you know, aggressive hard rock and punk and bands that, you know, maybe you would have saw at CBGB's or or in some gutter somewhere, and like they might not have all the flair and the clothes, but they have
a postage stamp, but they're still
they have that have that passion and aggression.
Doesn't matter where you are.
Yeah.
How many people are in the crowd, just still bring it the same every time.
Oh yeah. That's I did CBGB's a long time ago too, and I remember that place very well. I almost fell through a hole in the stage too. I would have been stuck like Tom Hanks in that movie, trying to get out and everything.
What was that one venue we used to play that had like holes all over the stage? And that was back when we were
that's right.
We were back when we were in the platform booths every show. There was, I think it was in Buffalo. It was the Rocket Buffalo.
It was definitely Buffalo.
The stage was like this, and we're up there in 7-inch platform heels trying to balance on it.
You always know it's going to be a good show when the venue, person comes in. They're like, yeah, there's going to be like a 5-inch hole over there.
Don't step right
there for you, just so you know not to step on it.
The X moved. It's actually, I don't know where it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's a couple of pieces of plywood, people. Come on. I mean, fix the stage.
It makes it more exciting.
It does. It does. But I can imagine just wearing those shoes with that. That's got to be nerve wracking on its own, I guess, huh?
Those were crazy days wearing those outfits.
Danny pushed his base cap through a window once.
Mm-hmm.
He fell back and he stayed up, but the cabinet didn't. He went back through a window.
Wow.
Pretend that it was all
part of the show.
Yeah.
The show must
have high energy rock and roll, man.
Right. Well, you know what Rush used to do. Rush, when in their early days, they used to tour with Kiss.
Yeah.
And Kiss used to prank them all the time. And so what Rush did, because they're up there with those giant shoes on, just like you guys, they grabbed a gigantic box of marbles and just rolled them across the stage.
That's awesome. That's a good. We always love a good tour prank, so maybe we'll have to do that to Vicious Rumors.
Really, yeah. For me.
Oh my God! It'll break their ankles.
Yeah, God, yeah, I know. Well, this is just great news. I'm really happy to hear. I've been playing. I've gotten good feedback on the songs of yours that I've played so far, and I did get some nice feedback on the last interview we did. You guys are doing very well in our audience here, and I hope you have a good turnout next week. For your show and everything.
We appreciate the support.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So well, why don't we go ahead and play one of the new songs? You had mentioned a song called Obsession. Do you want to tell us a little more about that, and we'll give it a spin?
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to, bottle up this this song that basically stood for like anything that you're, just over the top about, whether it's a relationship or, even some of us kind of joke and laugh, like really like for Scotty, it was like muscle cars and guitars, right? Like,
too much of anything, yeah.
And so we got that story together, and we wanted it to be melodic, hard hitting, and heavy, maybe a little heavier than anything else we've done.
Mm-hmm.
And the guitar work is just
it's
the
solo. It's just like it's nothing like you've done before.
Yeah, we like to kind of show. We go from something like our previous album Sunburn, where it's more power pop oriented, and then we can go straight to shredding guitar solo that shows what we can do.
Mm-hmm.
It's the brevity of our influence, and Gunnar was even like, dude, we should throw in a like almost a metal breakdown. So you got to check out the song. It's in there. You got it all. It's
Chad also had a big influence on that too. He wanted something like that.
He told him, play it like this.
No, for the longest time, like I never wanted to do that, and then like I came downstairs and he's like, "You're fucking with me, right?"
Well, excellent. Well, here it is, folks. This is Obsession by Wicked.
My
So that's a great song there. I hope it does well for you. You know.
Thank you, man.
I appreciate it.
We're stoked, and you got to hear it live. It's
It's a
pretty
whole
cool.
other animal. Yeah.
You know, it's been pretty cool because that was the first time we had a song on terrestrial radio, and like
Mhm.
it's been a very cool experience being able to hear it like our own song on the radio. Like it's been crazy.
That's great, and that's great that there's still terrestrial radio stations that are supporting indie bands and everything.
Yeah, we're all about building the community, and that kind of like brings us into like the whole gist of this new album that's coming out this summer called Go Rebel. We're
Mhm.
excited to drop, and we really wrote the album like something that was more than just about us, right? Like
Mhm.
less like of that ego rock star, I'm talking about myself. Like this is about the rock and roll community and scene, and it's really something that we think is gonna like be like this soundtrack
Like an anthem
for
for people. Yeah, for all the rockers out there, anybody out there.
Mhm.
we're super excited to get that out.
Yeah, I mean, there's an entire generation now that has really embraced the stuff that I came up on. The 70s and 80s music out there, and I don't know if that's a statement as to how timeless the music is, or you just had good parents who raised you right and brought.
Maybe a little bit of both, but I mean, it's like
doesn't help the lack of good new music.
Yeah, like in the void that is modern music nowadays. I mean, there's nothing like a guitar driven band that's actually up there playing their instruments and sweating and just leaving it all on the stage
and then recording an album that sounds like that too.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, and that's important to us. Is we don't want to go into a studio ever and create this production that is, so robotic and overproduced. We want it to have that energy and grit in it that you would see at a live show, and that you'll see at a live show. Yeah.
Right. It's just you want to have that, you want to have that heart and soul still in it and everything. You just don't want to make it too mechanical. I understand what you're saying completely, because I've been on the other end of that too, where some things were just, we couldn't agree on how to do it. It ended up being that way, and then all of a sudden now we're stuck with this. We've put all this money into this recording that nobody's happy with. So yeah, the heart and soul has got to shine through.
Right.
I mean, that's first and foremost right there. Well, I mean, this is most excellent here. So you're doing an East Coast tour with Vicious Rumors. Are you doing something past this tour with other people or other regions or anything, or is this going to be your tour for now and then you're going to pick it up later in the year?
Yeah, we're definitely going to have more touring dates that are going to get heavy towards the end of the summer after the album drops. But between the Vicious Rumors tour and then we've got all kinds of shows scattered across, one-off shows across the country, playing with bands like Buck Cherry in Pittsburgh.
Yep.
We've got
keep popping up.
Yeah, we've got a really cool festival we're doing in New York City called the Glam Metal Fest. I think it's on June 27th with a bunch of bands like Ted Pooley and Heaven's Edge, and that's gonna be pretty cool because it's like, although we consider ourselves just a straight up rock band, we've definitely brought that glam flair, and it's a big part of our influence, whether it be David Bowie, Ziggy Stardust, or Slade, or
Love them
bands like that. So it's always been something. Obviously, right? We get dressed up, we do our hair and makeup, and so it definitely glam is in our soul, and we're happy to represent and bring our version of rock and roll to that, and really show everybody like what we're all about. So we're looking forward to a bunch of different dates like that. You got to check out the calendar on wickedrockandrollofficial.com. We got our dates up there. You could find merch, all kinds of good stuff. We're always trying to do something special. And speaking of which, this tour with Vicious Rumors, we're bringing out new merch for the new Go Rebel single, and that just dropped like a couple of Fridays ago.
Yep.
And we're gonna do something really cool. We always love, some of our favorite artists have these special like, opportunities for you to get something that's limited and personalized. And so we put together a small CD, like about what, like
7 songs.
7 songs.
Yeah.
And there's songs, that were singles that were never attached to an album, and then there's a couple of songs that we're not going to spoil the surprise, but they're never released. And so if you want to get this CD, it's only going to be available at these Vicious Rumor shows.
There's only 100 of them.
Yeah, 100.
When
Yeah.
they're gone, they're gone.
Hand numbered. We're going to sign them for you, and I mean, we could probably spoil the title, right, of the CD
For those who are obsessed.
Yeah, so a little play off of Obsession, and it's super cool. Scotty did a great job with the artwork. It was a killer fun process to kind of put it all together, kind of from a spur of a moment idea.
Yeah,
it was kind of cool because back in the beginning of our career, we used to do that all the time, where we do these like little limited run CDs and things. Like before we started putting them on digital. For
distribution,
for whatever reason, we didn't really know how to do that yet, or whatever. We were still early in the game, and we just put out like 300 CDs, and that was it. And then it's funny because later on you'll see them pop up on like Japanese websites, like bootleg versions.
Yeah,
even now people asking, like emailing us, asking if we still have a copy or not. We're like, we don't even have a copy.
I don't have any CDs.
Oh yeah, my band's T-shirts from 35 years ago showed up on some Chinese website, and I'm like, how did you get that? Like, we barely sold enough around here. How did you hear of it? I'm like,
that's funny.
Good Lord, yeah. I was like, wait a minute, we're and they look. I bought one actually. It's like, you actually did a better job on it than we did.
You gotta love it.
That's funny.
I know, it's the truth. It's funny, it's just a bunch of damn thieves. But hey, at least Well, yeah. Well, the thing over the years, my T-shirt that I had from back in those days shrunk a little bit. I'm not sure what happened, but yeah, it shrunk a little bit. So I wanted a bigger size, and they had it, by George. So hey, that's good. So yes, 50s Mike gets to enjoy his T-shirt from 20s Mike years. So wonderful. Well, you had mentioned another song that you have coming out called Go Rebel.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, right off the self-titled off the album, and it's that one's kind of more of like a rocker, right? When you say like
that just the rock anthem.
It's like a song you could drive to.
Okay, yeah.
We really love playing that one live because it gets the crowd going. You know what I mean? The hands are in the air.
You clap your hands. Yeah.
It's a fun song. And actually, we just dropped a music video this past Friday for it. The thing we did with that one is it's actual footage from the studio when we were recording, right? So you kind of see all the fun that we're having in there. And, it's super exciting. I love the aspect of being able to take this stuff that we do and create and like present it in all these different forms to the fans. It's exciting. It's the stuff that I used to love when, I was a kid growing up, being a fan of AC/DC and all these bands. And
it's great because when we are in the studio or doing whatever we're doing, like behind the scenes, it's actually pretty entertaining because we're knuckleheads. And like we'll get with our producer Nacho, and he just jumps right in with all the crazy pranks and antics and whatnot. And it's always great to see it shows through in the video perfectly.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, here it is. This is Go Rebel by Wicked.
Do it for you, do
So another great song from Wicked here, Go Rebel. So fellas, in the time that we have left here, what else do you want to tell us about your tour, your album coming out? When should we expect to see the whole shebang from you?
We're looking at the end of the summer right now, so keep your eyes peeled. We're gonna have some more singles as well,
Mm-hmm.
Music video.
videos. Yep.
Oh yeah, wait till you see
We
the,
got
the
alternate,
other singing
alternate
music
versions
videos.
of music videos. There's a lot of content that's going to be reeling out, and it's just going to keep coming. And then, we've got our biggest problem has always been we got more songs than we can put out. So
Well, even in the
there's
meantime,
stuff
right
to
now,
come out after that,
yeah, in between
Mm-hmm.
playing all the shows, we get ourselves right in the studio and keep recording. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you gotta have the follow up before the album even drops.
Well, that's the way to go. You keep it fresh, keep going in and recording and everything. It keeps your chops up and everything. That's what I would say.
And we got a home studio we're sitting in it right now, so it's like we could cut anytime we want.
Yeah,
Right.
Lord knows when we get off that Vicious Rumors tour, we're gonna be inspired.
yeah.
We're gonna be inspired and be writing and
Better have
recording
us
it.
do a death metal album next.
Yeah.
Gonna keep
Just
getting
wait till
heavier.
after this.
So like how many nights a week are you playing on this tour?
It's like
6.
yeah,
Yeah,
six
six
days
in a row,
Yeah,
Consecutive. There's no days off. Yeah, straight.
yeah.
Wow.
Cool. We didn't go all the way around the U.S. with them on it, but we thought it was going to be a perfect little stop, like in the Northeast, for us to hit our fans and get out there and show them what new music we have and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it gives us time to regroup and really get. We've got some big stuff coming. Once the album drops. You
Mm-hmm.
know, one of the other big things is we're looking forward to going overseas next year. So after that album drops and there's going to be so much more music and stuff coming out, but we're definitely going to Japan next year and
Japan.
hopefully Europe as well. So
That's all the way next year, so we can't really talk too much about it yet, but it's confirmed.
yeah.
Right. That's awesome. But I guess like the dates and everything haven't been confirmed or anything, but you do have the
Working out the details, but
We got a schedule, but we can't tell you that. So
right.
we'll be on next time to talk more about
There's
Japan.
got to be another one. Part 3.
Oh, sure. Well, yeah, I definitely looking forward to hearing that good news when you have that for us. So absolutely, absolutely. But that's got to be exciting, Japan and Europe. And again,
Definitely
seeing
one of us,
it's always interesting to see how well your stuff goes over from town to town, because there's usually some differences and things like that. I just can't, I guess it must be really exciting to see how people in Japan and different parts of Europe would react to you too, I guess, huh?
It's one of the more the most exciting things. We were in Mexico City and
It was
we
Mexico
was
Mania.
great.
we didn't know what to expect, and yeah, like
It was
Chad
like
said,
Beatlemania. Yeah.
I mean,
people were
literally-
just standing outside of the front of the hotel waiting for us to come out to take pictures.
With
and
bootleg
yeah,
shit
you mentioned the
that-
bootlegs.
They
Yeah,
had like, can you sign my bootleg
shirts,
things?
yeah, shirts,
I'll
whatever
tell
you name it.
their posters, the bootleg posters. You're right. They
Better
were
than the
better
movie.
than what
Yeah.
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 our Instagram and printed out everything from our Instagram.
Mm. It's like some of these bootleggers, you feel like saying, hey, you want a job?
Yeah, you gotta hire them. Yeah.
It's like some of this bootleg. I mean, it was just like, I mean, we only sold like maybe 100 t-shirts 35 years ago. Who would remember that? I hate to say it, but it's like, and then these guys come up with these great, I'm like, man, geez, we were doing the wrong thing, but yeah, that's funny how, these things turn up, they amaze you and everything. You're like, where did you get it? Oh
Yeah.
man. Well, I tell you, best of luck to you this year with everything. Remember, everybody, they're going to be at Morseburgers on the 26th of March. The 26th of March, you can come out and see Wicked with Vicious Rumors. Is anybody else on the bill that night that you know of?
I'm sure. I think there's like one or two more, but I'm not really sure though.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
a couple other bands. They're actually a couple of pretty exciting bands. We played with them in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
So it's a really good bill. If you love hard rock and metal and just like I said, straight up guitars blaring off the stage and a lot of excitement, you got to come out. We bring a high energy rock show, and we've just recently updated our rigs All of our gear is new.
So
We've got
excited,
some killer sounds. Listen, this is fun for us. So we're ready to get on stage and party with you guys. So we're excited to see you out there.
Can't wait.
Yeah, and
Most awesome. Most awesome. Well, folks, remember wickedrockandrollofficial.com. That's correct, right?
Yeah, you got it.
We have all kinds of brand new merchandise, new music that's out there. And they're going to be coming to Morseburgers Tavern on March 26th with Vicious Rumors and a couple of other acts. Going to be a great show, folks. Come on out and see them. You're listening to The Back of the Rack, the Michael Spedden Show here on 97underground.com, Baltimore's Pure Rock Worldwide. We'll be back right after these words with more stuff. See you in a few.
Nice.
All right, folks, thanks for tuning in and listening, and hope you enjoyed today's interview. Remember, The Back of the Rack is on every Monday from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern, and our replay is every Wednesday morning from 2 to 4 a.m. Eastern Time on 97underground.com, Baltimore's Pure Rock Worldwide. You can download our free app and listen anytime, anywhere. Also, don't forget our YouTube channel. Hit the like and subscribe button and allow for notifications so you'll be the first to know whenever new episodes air. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.
Log on and crank it up. The station your mother warned you about. 97underground.com.